morning. It's Kirsten Liebelt. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Come on in. Take a seat. Let's chat for a minute or two. Today is Tuesday. Every day, Monday through Friday, we go live and we talk about insulin resistance. You guys, we've been doing this for over a freaking year. Can you believe we've been doing this for over a year? I guess I can because when we did the challenge, by the way, the 5-day insulin resistant reset challenge is going on right now inside of the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. And you guys are crazy pants. You guys are so amazing. Like, this is kind of the way that I see it. Yes, I bring content and, whatever. I lock arms with you guys and walk journey with you and all of those good things to see all of the amazing results that you guys get. But you are putting in the consistency. Yesterday, when I went live for the first day of the 5-day challenge, I'm like, how many challenges have you done in a row? Like 10, 14, 16. I can't remember the numbers now. I'm probably saying them wrong, but I posted them in my Instagram story. What this tells me is that you are like, no. I am giving me permission to journey. I am going to turn back my insulin resistance, and I am going to make sure that I have a different set of results in my life. So that, and then fill in your blank. What is your blank? So that I can travel without swollen ankles, so that I can be on the floor with my grandbabies, so that I can stop those awful side effects of meds that give me diarrhea, so that, fill in the blank. What is it for you? You've thought everything was all lost hope. Just nothing's ever going to work. That's not true. It's not true. When you change the lens of how you view things through the lens of insulin resistance, you can make quite the difference. I can see my hair is being really funny on this side. So good to see you guys. Good to see you here. I'm so glad when you take time out of your day to sow into yourself. Give yourself credit. Give yourself credit. So today is day 2 of the Insulin Resistant Reset Challenge. It's free. It's every month. It's in the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. And it's our 24th one. Woohoo! It's our 24th one. So that's very, very exciting. Today, we're actually going to talk about the lymphatic system. This is the title for today. Real life signs that your lymphatic system is stuck from insulin resistance, and how to reset it naturally. Boop. Cheryl, you can't find me on TikTok again. Oh, goodness. Cheryl, doggone it. You're like the most amazing TikTok person ever, Cheryl. Dang it. All right. Well, I don't know why it does that. That's why TikTok is kind of different sometimes. So anybody who is in here, if you do like the content, if you will share it out, tap the screen, double tap, and do the things. What it does is it pushes it out to the FYP. You guys probably already know that. TikTok's been around long enough for people to know that. But it really does matter, because if we are not able to get content out, if nobody gets in on this conversation, if nobody grabs a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and joins the conversation every morning, how are we supposed to get information out and help people? That's what I mean. You'll keep trying. Oh, you're so sweet, Cheryl. You just sit down and enjoy yourself. Claudette, good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. And anybody on TikTok, I did not wear white today, so I can read comments easily. I know, but I just love wearing white when it's summertime. I live in Minnesota. Give me a break. But if you need anything, let me know. I would love to have you be able to comment or chat, and always follow the content. If you need continual information and help on insulin resistance, if you need to walk the journey, for Pete's sake, hit follow. If you know somebody that needs the information, please share out the content. That is very, very helpful. So I was talking this morning a little bit. So on Instagram, I started a little subscriber section. And I did that just because, again, it's about getting content into the hands of people. So I set it for as cheaply as I could, which was 99 cents. And then now I think some people can get in for 49 cents. I don't even know. But I was talking to subscribers on Instagram. And I was just basically saying, like after we did a virtual business conference this last weekend, we were having a local watch party, whatever. And I already know that I'm going to, like maybe I'll probably end up overeating on nuts. This is my thing, you guys. I talk about this a lot. Like nuts are just my jam. I love nuts, but yeah, I can't eat nuts to the degree that I would like to and still be able to lose weight. Good morning, Linda. Good to see you. I mean, I've lost 3 sizes in my 50s, and that is great. But you know what? We all still have goals now, don't we, girls? Like, let's be realistic, right? So started at a 2X. Now I'm a large. But you know what? I'm still more like I'm a more hippie person than, whatever. So finding clothes that fit and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I was talking about that because I want you to understand that you should not require yourself to have instantaneous results when you're trying to turn around a little bit of a ship. Okay. So that feeds right into this conversation about your lymphatic system. There are multiple base realities that are coming together to create the metabolic dysfunction that you're walking out. Like we talked about this yesterday with the connection with heart disease. It's not a cholesterol problem. And again, I'm not a doctor. It's a metabolic dysfunction problem. Like we have got to get this right. We got to get this straight so we stop feeling like we're so confused all the time as to the information that we're getting. If everything you put in your mouth was through the lens of insulin resistance, what you ate would change. You wouldn't hate it. It would just change. That's why we're going to do ingredient trade outs in the group today. I get excited about that because as an Italian girl, like never in a bazillion years thought that I was going to trade out my ingredients. So let's go ahead and just talk about this. So if you are constantly, and these are very common symptoms that we talk about, but let's just do it again. You're bloated, you're tired, you're craving sugar, and nothing fits anymore. Your clothes are freaking not fitting anymore. Listen up because I want you to hear this. It's not about your willpower. Stop shaming yourself. Stop being so unkind to yourself. Stop. Your lymphatic system and insulin resistance are working against you. And if nobody's told you that, or even given you pause to think about that, just hang out for a few minutes. We'll probably be here for about another 20 minutes. So this would be a scenario where you would wake up in the morning and maybe you would feel super puffy. Okay. And that's you're even still drinking lots of water, but you wake up and you're super puffy. Maybe at 2 p.m. you are hitting a freaking wall every day and you need caffeine or sugar to push through. Is that you? You can raise your hand in the comments. How about your brain is feeling super foggy, but you're too wired to rest? Does that sound like anybody? If that's you, it's not just your age. This is where it's not about our age, you guys. It's not. Our bodies can get back up and functioning again. You have to help it. You have to be intentional. You have to take actual steps towards it and stop throwing spaghetti at the wall. No pun intended. Because, I teach grain-free. But anyway, it's probably best at the wall. This is from an Italian girl. Spaghetti is best on your wall than in your stomach. Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay, pay no attention to me. My brain, that's welcome. Just welcome. So your lymphatic system and your insulin resistance are likely at the very, very core of this. Okay. And so we've got to stop being so mean to ourselves. It's that whole stinking thinking thing, right? So this is oftentimes what this looks like for somebody. So you're running out the door. You barely had any breakfast at all. You grab something, and you don't have to, by the way. Some people fast, and I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I'm just saying this is kind of like we're running. We're just kind of like on the run. We wake up late and we're running, and we are thinking that we should be normal and eat healthy in our society. So maybe we grab something carby, maybe a bar or toast. Now I know this is none of you because you are stellar students of grain, sugar, and legume free. So I know it's not you, but maybe it's a friend that you know of. So you grab bar or toast. Maybe you think keto bread is fine. It's not. Okay. That sugar spike allows your lymph and it clogs your system. It slows your lymphatic system, and it clogs your system before your day even begins. Mid-afternoon, you feel heavy in your shoes. Your ankles are like getting puffed out. You sit most of the day and your body hasn't had a chance to drain or detox. This is obviously why movement is important for your lymphatic system. You get home and the cravings hit hard. You tell yourself you'll be better tomorrow, but your body isn't getting the signals it needs to feel full or clear-headed, and the cycle just keeps on continuing. So let's give some really practical tips on how you can shift some of this, okay? Maybe you didn't even know that you have to move your body to get your lymphatic system moving. And you know your lymphatic system, anybody who teaches like gua sha on your face and you're moving, toxins into your face, out and down, down your neck and like draining into your lymphatic system to get all that, the toxins and the puffiness out. People do like, cod liver oil wraps on their liver and things like that. These are lymphatic system helpers. So start your morning with movement, even 3 to 5 minutes, you guys, 3 to 5 minutes. Like a gentle rebounding, a mini trampoline. I do not have one. Or just bouncing on your toes to get your lymphatic system moving. That's just a really good tip. You could swap your morning, like this should be obvious. And I know I talk to you guys a lot about food in general, but good morning, Magda. Good to see you. But in this world of insulin resistance, we stop what got us into the pickle to begin with. Period, the end. So in the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women, when I teach food, and I'll be doing the food ingredient trade-outs today, it's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for anybody who wants to know. I teach sugar, grain, and legume free because you stop spiking your sugars and then you stop calling on insulin. And I'm still a total foodie. I know it doesn't make sense, but I guarantee you this is actually how this goes. So when you do stop eating that normal American breakfast, eat your oatmeal. Like it's the worst advice ever when you're insulin resistant. No. Instead, grab protein and fat, like a boiled egg and avocado does more for your lymph and your sugar levels than you even understand. So get some protein and some good fat in you. You'll be full longer. You'll be satiated. You'll feel like nourished, as opposed to you eat a bagel, you spike your sugars to the freaking moon. You need massive amounts of insulin to take care of that and to try to shuttle it into your cell. Your cell says, no, sesame closed, door closed. And now it gets all stored as fat and you have higher inflammation in your body. I mean, we're just working against ourselves all the time by listening to the traditional American food pyramid advice. It's really bad. Dry brushing before you shower. This is a really good one. It's a quick 2-minute way to stimulate lymphatic flow and reduce puffiness. Okay. Sip warm lemon water with a pinch of salt before coffee. This is a really good one. Warm lemon water with just a pinch of salt. And people are talking about like Celtic salt, not white table Morton salt. That's not very helpful at all. Celtic salt or something like that with warm lemon water before you have any coffee. I am not against coffee. When we go to church, we have a coffee shop at our church and I love grabbing a coffee. When we're traveling, get me that coffee. Like that's normal. But for some reason in the mornings, I equate coffee with dehydration, which is probably true, but I don't do coffee hardly ever when I'm just here at home, chatting with you. I don't know. I got so out of that habit. And do you know what's really funny about that? Ironic maybe, is that back in my 30s, okay, story time. So back in my 30s, I'm 30 years old. My dad drops dead of a heart attack. He's 63 years old, type 2, insulin dependent dad, Italian. And we had already spent all that time with him doing all of his heart procedures, his pacemaker, his quadruple bypass, his dialysis, his throwing up. I mean, his function tanked. I'm 30, he dies. I spend my 30s, I'm homeschooling my kids. I don't know if you know this about me. I homeschooled for 20 years. A lot of it was on this little hobby farm that we had in Minnesota. It was just a little North Minnesota. Can you hear my accent? I can hear it on myself. I know. It's there. Minnesota. And it was just a little north of the cities. It was 20 acres. That's a whole story in and of itself. I won't go into it. Loved raising my kids that way. Met a friend. So this is kind of a fun story. So my husband has been in Christian radio for like 40 years. And he was on, we had been at a station here in the cities. Then we went out to the Black Hills for 8 years, and he was on a station out in the Black Hills. And then they called and said, will you come back? And he came back to the cities. So he is on the air, with this is why he gets me microphones like this. He's on the air, and he's talking about how we just moved into this little hobby farm and how we are renovating it. And I mean, OMG. Old farmhouse, and we literally spent months moving our mattress around from one section to the other as we were renovating, just so that we could have a normal life. All right. So he's talking about this, and he's talking about how, this is where our location is, and blah, 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 blah. And we then go to some event, and I don't remember what it was. People have name tags on, from the staff. And this girl comes up to him and she's like, oh my gosh, you have been talking on the air about living by me. You live by me, and we homeschool too. And so we become fast friends. So we start, like, our kids are almost identical. We have 3 children. They're almost all equally in age, and boy, girl, boy. I mean, really cool, right? So we spend all this time with each other, and we're like, go back and forth to each other's house. And I was a major coffee drinker, but I was also a major coffee creamer girl. So I would make super strong coffee. And I mean, like, dark roast, the darker, the better, because then I would offset it with this nice, tall, beautiful, amazing, container of International Delight coffee creamer, hazelnut, vanilla, peppermint, whatever it was, peppermint twist and eggnog, and right, all of the sugar. I've already been gestational diabetic with my first baby. I've already lost my dad to type 2 diabetes, and I am just drinking straight sugar all day long. Can anybody resonate with this? Does anybody have any connection with this at all? I would love to know. Oh, my stars. So we're drinking coffee. She comes over, and we're drinking coffee all the time. In the first 3 months, guess what happens? She gains 10 pounds by being my friend. I'm such a good influence. 10 freaking pounds. And she wasn't even a coffee drinker. She just started drinking coffee because that's what we created, that kind of ritual. Pot of coffee, International Delight. Hey, you want some? And this is just what we did. And then the other half of that would be, we would take our kids, like, let's say, to a park or whatever, and we would always stop and pick up lime Tostitos and Pepsi. It was bad. I'm telling you, when I tell you guys that I was not a granola person, you don't even know to the degree that that is true. But the thing is that when it came to coffee, I always had to have such major creamer in it. So I feel like now maybe that's why I don't so much. But if you are a coffee drinker, it is a little dehydrating. So make sure that you're just drinking a lot of water. But I love how they're recommending warm lemon water before you even have your coffee, just to kind of help your lymphatic system get it moving before you start drinking coffee. So anyway, that was my little story. Hope you enjoyed that. Do a 1-minute cold rinse at the end of your shower. Now, I have not done this. Is anybody out there doing anything cold like that? Cold plunge, cold showers. I would love to know. Oh, by the way, if you're on the replay, let me know you're on the replay. I'd love to know if anybody's doing anything like that. It boosts circulation and lymph movement. I think I would have to do it at the beginning of my shower, knowing that I could then turn it really hot. I don't know if that reverses it. I'm just telling you. Mentally, I haven't gone there yet, but I know that a lot of people do cold plunges and there's a lot of benefit. Walk after meals, even just 10 minutes. This improves blood sugar and lymph flow, and lymph flow, which is a double win. So right now in Minnesota, OMG, the weather is glorious. This is literally why we live here. We don't get it for very long, but this is why we live here, because it's amazing. It's green. Even though Minnesotans would say we have humidity, that's a joke in comparison to like Louisiana. Like, come on, we do not have humidity. We just have these really beautiful days. So walking and walking and walking. And that's like my husband, my goal is to walk as much as we can, or to play pickleball or do something like that. Didn't play hardly any pickleball last summer because I was just learning and I just didn't prioritize it, but we think we want to prioritize it this summer. I'll keep you posted. We'll see if we actually do that. I think it's a fun game to play, but anyway. And these types of things have helped me so much. If you don't understand why you are puffy, if you don't understand why you are, lacking in certain areas of being able to move forward with your weight loss, why you still stay bloated, why you are still feeling maybe sluggish or tired, your lymphatic system plays such a very huge role. And you know that every single day we talk about the liver. Love your liver, because your liver is your detoxing and fat metabolizing organ. So if you feel like your fat loss is being blocked, you can do one of two things. You can either begin those types, and actually both together at the same time is the best way to do it. You can start taking things like that, where you are doing dry brushing, you're getting up in the morning and you're bouncing on your toes for 3 to 5 minutes, or you're going for a walk after meals. I mean, we should just be doing all of this. Sip the warm lemon water before you drink any coffee in the morning, and do these types of things to get your lymphatic system moving. But then also, if you want to accelerate what you have been doing, that is where I come in and I talk to you guys every day about targeted supplementation. Because a lot of you're like, I know my lymphatic system is off. I know that my bloat is exceptionally beyond. Like, this is ridiculous. I can't zip my jeans, or I start out in the morning and by noon I look like I'm partially pregnant or whatever, or my belly fat is just too much. And we know, as women, we know that our systems are off. We were kind of taught, for the most part, to really pay attention to our bodies when we were adolescents. And we were, we could tell when we were going to get our period and when we were starting to cramp and whatever. Well, it's the same thing when we can feel like we're just like, oh, we're sluggish and our joints don't feel right. And getting your liver functioning, getting the impacted waste moving through your body, targeting that visceral belly fat that is active hormonally, active inflammation, bringing your insulin down, bringing your sugars down. Like, literally, you guys, I can't speak more highly of being able to put that into your system to like recalibrate your engine. It really is a recalibration of your engine. So I talk mainly about the trio, which are the 3 supplements that have the 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. People start with this literally almost every day. Somebody is starting with the trio, just these 3 supplements. Okay. And, that's where I started a little over 10 years ago, because this is where you have liver help, you have insulin and sugar help, and you have metabolism help, all in one 3 supplement series. Okay. Super simple, super simple. This one you take 3 times a day, and these 2 you take twice a day. It's really basic. Okay. So that's the trio. Amazing. Bring down your sugars, bring down your insulin, get your liver function up while you're getting your sugar and your insulin down, and then getting your metabolism to refire. Okay. This is really, really helpful and good. This is what I talk about all the time, the trio. But if you want to like step it up, you want to go to a little bit more acceleration for whatever reason in your life. Some of you are like, don't give me the basics. I want to know everything. And I have testimonies on both sides. So do not feel like you're lacking in any area. This is where you have the opportunity to ask me questions. Every day I'm here. You can come on here and you can be asking me questions. You can be hitting me up in my messenger and asking me questions. You can show up in the Ditch Insulin Resistance group and ask me questions. Don't ever feel like you don't have somebody that has your back. Okay. And I'll tell you if you should just like, that's perfect. Start with the trio. You're good to go. Somebody else might say, but I know that I am constipated. I know that I need to get my liver functioning at a different level. I know that I need to deal with my bloating, deal with my leaky gut. Like I am a wreck. And there's a lot of us out there. You might feel that way. That's the gut reset protocol, adding it to the trio. This is the product that looks like a greens product. It tastes like tea. I'm not a fan of it tasting like tea, but do you know why I don't care? Because I just put it in cold water and I take it like a shot in the morning. It has, turmeric and ginger. So it has a nice little fresh aftertaste, all that good stuff. I'm just not a tea sipper, just like I'm not a coffee sipper. So, whatever, it doesn't matter. 6 products in one. I mean, I can't say enough about what this does for your internal system. And then a probiotic to go with that. 5 live strains, okay, right on your tongue. Every day kind of tastes like the bottom of a cereal bag. I know that's weird. I kind of can be weird, but you have confirmed it with me. You guys have confirmed it with me. So doing the gut reset with that, these 2, amazing. With the trio, amazing. And the last piece is the visceral fat burner. Come on, you guys. We've got to get things. We have to go deep and out, deep and out. Visceral fat, fatty liver, fat around your organs, fat around your intestines. Come on. You don't even realize that. Like if this could go beep, 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 and show you how that fat is emitting hormones and emitting inflammation. That fat, okay, your fat on your, let's say your back fat. I'm not going to do back fat. Let me do something else. The fat like on your arms or the fat in between your knees, that's not the visceral fat. The fat that you can squeeze is not the visceral fat. That's subcutaneous fat or something like that, whatever. The visceral fat is way down. It's down deep. And it's the dangerous fat, okay? So what if you could take something that tasted like candy, and I'm not joking. This is an orange pixie stick. It's a visceral fat targeter. I have scans from people that are showing the visceral fat reducing. Okay, put it on your tongue, just like a little bit of candy, and do it every day for 90 days. 1 box is a month, okay? Do that every day for 90 days. Maybe you have labs that can show you the results. Maybe you just will know because you measured, because you listened to me and you measured underneath your bra, your waist, and your hips, and you can see the inches going down. Well, all 3 of these together, I call the total reset. I've been so happy to watch people get the results that they have gotten by doing all of it. I've been so happy. It's been so much fun. And that's the total reset right there. Okay. Now, if you just want to start with the trio, that is totally fine. Of course, I'm not going to stop talking about that for sure, because that's the very base. This is maybe what you don't know is that you're wanting to burn fat. You're not just wanting to lose weight. You're wanting to burn fat. Thank you for the hearts. I so appreciate Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're wanting to burn fat, but your fat burning switch is turned off, you guys, if you have high insulin in your body, or if you have a liver that is tired and toxic. Those are your 2 fat burning stoppers in your body. But it's affecting so much more than just your size and your body composition. It's affecting it's influencing how many meds you're on. It's influencing, by saying that by default, that means that because you might be on something for high blood pressure, you might be on something for anti-anxiousness. Insulin resistance causes so many issues, from leaky gut to anxiety to heart disease and PCOS and type 2 diabetes. And the list is really long. So if every single day I can give you tangible answers how you can turn this back around, and then you can be a part of the testimony, train, etc. Like, you're taking back your life. And every single one of you that does challenge after challenge inside of the group, and you take 1 or 2 nuggets and you apply it. And then next month we'll do another challenge and you take 1 or 2 nuggets and you apply it. I am so proud of you, because that tells me that for month after month after month, you prioritized you. And I'll end with this today. By the way, if you ever need any information on the trio or the total reset, you can either just text me reset or trio, or put it in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. Instagram and TikTok, you have to get into my messages. The greatest gift that you can give yourself and people around you is to get this figured out. My dad was dead at 30. His grandkids were only 6, 3, and 6 months old. Missed out on their really fun, eccentric Italian grandpa who didn't have one recipe written down. We weren't thinking very clearly, were we? Oh, Katizia. Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women is the name of the group. Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women. Let's see if I can put that in the comments right there. So anyway, the best gift that you can give is to actually take care of yourself, because then other people don't have to take care of you or plan your funeral. And I know that sounds really whatever, but I'm telling you what, I am so tired of the medical community not helping us, where we go in and we ask questions and they give us bad advice. I'm so tired of the bad advice. It's very obnoxious at this point. Here, can I put that up there? You are so welcome. There, I just put it up on the screen for anybody that needs to know. It only took me a little over a year to figure out that I should be doing that. Oh my gosh. You guys do not have to have your life together to figure this all out. That's really, really funny. But my point being that we ended up, and my mother, I said it yesterday, you guys, she would have been mortified had she known what we were going to have to do to take care of her for 5 years with her Alzheimer's. Because there's that component, type 3 diabetes, insulin resistance of the brain. Okay. And she should have never been type 2. She was 100% Swedish with no type 2 in her history. So when we take care of ourselves, not only does our life become technicolor, and we get to do all of the things that we thought we couldn't do, like we get to actually wake up and enjoy life. I wake up and I don't ache. I'm 60 years old. I don't ache. I don't ache. I don't know how else to get people to understand what insulin resistance is doing inside of your body, that high inflammation. That's why the lymphatic system, when we talk about it like this today, so incredibly important. That's why I'm constantly think about what you can do for your whole lymphatic system and your insulin resistance all at once. Just think about what you could do for that. When you wake up and you don't ache, you feel like you can take on the day. When you feel like you can actually not spend your life going to doctor's appointments and filling your prescriptions and then feeling like trash with side effects. And instead of your function going down, your function goes up. My function 10x'd in my 50s because of the route that I chose to take. I was this close to type 2 and nothing but medicine. So close. But I just went a different path. And that's why I talk about this literally every single day. So if you need anything from me today, let me know. I would be more than happy to help you navigate your journey. If not, I'll put that back up there. Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women is the name of the group, the Facebook group. Jump in there. And today at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will do ingredient trade-outs for the group. It's a part of our 5-day insulin resistant reset challenge that we do every single month. So we're going to do this one now in May. At the end of this week, I'm making a keto sugar-free chocolate lava cake. I mean, it's really good, you guys. It's really good. And I'm doing that because of Mother's Day. But then we'll do another one in June, right? This is our 24th one. So I think we'll keep on doing them for a while. They seem to really help you guys. And then tomorrow we'll do pantry and fridge. But you are never too late to start your own routine, supplementation, trading out your food ingredients. It's not too late. Take me up on it. Have somebody in your back pocket that you can journey with. Like, let's go. Let's go. Take back your health. All right. Have a good day. I'll be back here again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.